Part 4, Assembling the Fox Sculpture. As you can see, I've turned the neck and tail on its side, blended in the join just there, and now I'm going to add this sausage of clay as a foot ring. And at this point, this is when I'm going to add my stamp. So I've scored and slipped and attached that sausage, and then I'm going to blend in using my damp brush. There we are. So I've added my stamp and the foot ring, and I've put some nodges in, and that allows airflow to the base so it can dry out. And that's our base done. Stand it back up now. Make sure to support both pieces, and then drop it down. And there we go. I'm going to allow that to firm up some more before I attach the head. So now it's time to start thinking about applying the head. You've got a few options. You can put them to the left, to the right, up, down. So you've got to find the position, and then once you've found the position that you're happy with, then you mark out with your needle tool underneath so you can see where to score. I'm happy with this position, so I'm going to mark out underneath, just so I know where to score on the head. There's my mark, my serrated kidney. Make sure to score all the way around the edge, very thoroughly, but also going to add some holes to allow airflow into the rest of the sculpture, because once I attach this head, it will seal the neck area, and I want even drying. And then the same on the inside of the neck, all the way around. Just score on the edge, and I'm going to add thick slip all the way around. Add plenty, because this is going to be a closed form, like I've said before. Can't blend it in from the inside, only the out. So the more slip the better. You can always take away after what we don't need. Same on the underside of the head, just all the way around the edge. There you go. So I'm going to turn it back round, and obviously you can adjust it a little bit because the slip is quite wet, so you can move it and adjust it if it's not in the right place at first. So I'm going to have it so his head's on a bit of a turn, like that, and then sort of pinch around the edge all the way around, and let that clay slip firm up. Then it's time to add the ears. So find the placement, and then, as we've done before, mark with your needle tool around the base so you can see where to score, and then score on the inside of the ear, just on the edge where you're going to attach. Put loads of thick slip on the area you're going to apply the ear. And on the inside of the ear and along the edge, and then apply, and do the same with the other. That clay slip firm up, and then you can blend in those joins. Next is the fur. So I've also made the fur hollow. So find the position that you want to put it in. Normally the curve goes to the front, and then mark on the face with your needle tool, as you've done before, to highlight the area you've got to score, top and bottom, score and add thick slip. So I'm going to score on the inside, add plenty of slip. Don't forget to add an air hole, because this is also a hollow form. And make sure you've got your thick slip on the face too, where you're going to apply the hair. Don't forget your air holes. Push it all the way through to the body. And then add your hair. Make sure that cavity's open. And then you've got to blend in that join the same way as we did the face and the body once that clay slip has firmed up. So obviously once you've blended all this in, now this is your blank canvas, and you can add your details like your nose, your eyes, the fur detail, what clothes you're going to put on him. If you're going to put clothes on him, you might just decide he's going to be a normal fox. But this is the blank canvas that the template produces. I will be posting another video showing how I add the clothes and the eyes and the nose. But for now, this is all you need to create your wonderful fox. And I do encourage you to be unique and express yourself with this blank canvas and put your own ideas and details on. I mean, you can do a different outfit, for instance, or different style fur. You might decide to do a fox that hasn't got such a furry face, because they do have fluffier seasons, don't they? During the winter they've got more fur than they have during the summer, so you could decide to do one that hasn't got such large whiskers. If you like this template, it is available. The link is on my page on Facebook or from whatever social media you're watching me from. I look forward to seeing your foxes.